We could walk across the bridge together.
Fuck off.
Have a bit of an experience. Hey, look, we could maybe get a photo together on the bridge.
Oh my
Mate, post
God.
it on Instagram. Put it in the closed Facebook
I was like,
group.
I'm not your auntie from Bundaberg. Like, what are you on?
I think more people should drink and then share their secret.
Oh, look, more people should drunk dial in general.
Don't you think?
It's just such a good idea.
We should set up a drunk dial line.
Okay.
You only submit after you've had 6 drinks.
I love that. Can we be real? Hello, Bagsy.
Yeah, good, mate.
Good,
You
good,
didn't,
eh?
you didn't ask me that question. Why did I just do that for? No, let's just go again.
You did the
Sorry.
Effie. Hi, Effie. Good, thanks. There's nothing wrong with that, mate. We can keep this.
No, we'll start again.
Can we be real? Hello, Bags. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Shh. I'm good. I'm terrific. Excellent. But I am a little bit tired. I'm in Sizzle City with you today. I'm in Sydney.
The big smoke.
Sure. And I love Sydney very much. And I love coming to see you, but
I love it harder than you, though.
I don't know that. I don't know about. I mean,
Okay, you're a Melbourne girl. You love Melbourne.
yeah, but listen, something happened yesterday that made me go. Well, you said we were texting each other about various issues. And
Issues? What issues?
I don't know about today, what fight or something.
That's not an issue.
No, but listen, and then you said something about I want to take you out and show you a bit of Sydney when you're in town.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not your mum. Like, what do you mean? Take me out and show me a bit of Sydney. So,
Well, okay. There are some parts of Sydney that I'm very proud of at the moment.
oh right,
The metro, right?
train.
The train. Now, you don't get it
I don't.
because you haven't been on it yet.
No,
I
I've
wanna-
had no need to go on it.
And I'm going to take you. And I'm going to show you the metro that has no driver.
Okay,
Mate,
who fucking cares?
what do you mean?
I just was like,
We can stand at the front of the train with no one in front of us while this thing drives us from North Sydney, which is like on the other side of the harbour. If anyone overseas knows where the Sydney Harbour Bridge is,
Yep.
we're going to go under the water and come out the other side. No driver on that bloody train, mate. This is a bloody forward-thinking city,
okay, great.
and I'm very proud of it. And I want to show you.
Yeah, I mean, you've told me about it, and I get
Well,
it.
I texted you yesterday and I said, look, I'll take you out and I'll show you Sydney. And then you text me and you said, I know Sydney,
No,
mate.
I
Full
said
stop.
no, I did not. I said I've seen Sydney, mate.
Yeah, and then I wrote back, are you okay?
I was like,
Because I thought, fucking, I just want to show you around my bloody city.
but then look, I was like, I'm not your mum. It sounds like I'll
Yeah.
take you for an ice cream.
Yeah.
I'll take you. No,
We can go get an ice cream.
no,
I love it, bloody
I don't want to do
rum
any
and
of
raisin.
that. No, I'm just no. I don't want to go sightseeing. I've seen Sydney. Yeah, I've seen Sydney, mate. I'm good.
What have you seen? You haven't seen the metro. You haven't seen. Have you been on the ferry before?
Yes, of course I've been on a
When have you
fucking
been on the ferry?
ferry 100 times.
What about? Okay, have you been to Barangaroo?
Yes.
Okay. When I come to Melbourne,
You said to me, you've forgotten the big one. Then you wrote back and went, oh, I just thought we could walk across the bridge.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that as well because it'll be nice at sunset, right?
Oh my God.
And I was going to say to you, bring a backpack.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So I was going to say, bring a backpack. We'll go for a walk. We'll walk from North Sydney across the bridge. I mean, people overseas right now listening to this would be like, what the fuck's her problem?
What are you
We get to
talking-
walk across the... I bet you haven't walked across the bridge before.
No, there's a reason I've never walked
Mate,
across
it's
the bridge.
so beautiful. You get to see the
What
bloody opera
the
house. You get to
fuck?
see... Mate... Think of the people listening to this right now in London,
yeah.
dreary old London, and we can walk at sunset
Oh.
before daylight saving finishes.
I've never walked across a bridge in London either, mate.
That's not. I mean,
They have nice
London,
bridges. They've got
London Bridge.
London Bridge,
yeah, it's
mate.
Not, London Bridge is not what you think it is, mate.
I've seen it. I know exactly what it is. And I'm just saying I don't want to walk
It's
across
not
it.
Sydney Harbour Bridge,
I don't want
mate.
to walk across Sydney Harbour Bridge either. Next, I know you're going to have me in a bloody suit climbing the fucking thing. Like, why?
Having an Oprah moment. I mean,
No!
I was picturing you in the big blue outfit.
It's one of those moments where I think, this guy, he just doesn't know me at all.
Oh, I don't though.
But I think
No, I
sometimes I
do
think
know
you really
you. Here's the
do.
thing,
And then
you
other
know,
times
in
I
Melbourne,
think,
no, I know what it is. You don't like Sydney.
I love Sydney.
Because when we were in Melbourne, you take me on the trams. Remember, we did the tram a few times.
Yeah, because we had to go from one place to
Well, I'm
another.
going to take you on, and we're going to get from one place to another on the brand new metro. I can't
you
wait
on
to
a
show you.
tram to show
Then,
you a
or
tram.
we could walk across the bridge together.
Fuck off.
Have a bit of an
We're
experience.
not
Hey, look, we could maybe get a photo together on the bridge.
Oh my
Mate, post it on
God.
Instagram. Put it in the closed Facebook
like,
group.
later
Look at
on I
these guys
thought-
having fun together.
Oh
Hey?
my God.
They're not just doing a podcast.
I'm not your auntie from Bundaberg. Like, what are you on? I thought I should show you Sydney.
No, you cannot show me Sydney, mate.
Let's go to Otto for dinner, then straight to Oxford Street, see some drag, dance the night away, do some poppers.
No, I've done all that.
Get a kebab on the way home.
I've done all of that before.
Let's do that.
No.
Like, I'm not fucking walking over a bridge.
I can take you to Crown Casino.
Well, we've got the casino in Melbourne. We've done the casino.
And I'm going to say this.
What?
I think our casino is better than yours.
Oh, probably. I'm sure it is.
Newer. That's why.
And casinos are all...
Well, we love them, mate. We're always there.
We love them, but we love them for...
And I'm excited for a big night out tonight, you know?
Well,
come on, it's been a bloody while. When was the last time
been a while.
When was the last time you and I had a night out? I was getting excited. It's been a while since I've seen you.
It has been a while.
And I thought, Michelle's coming to town. What could we do? I even told my wife, I said, look, I'm not coming home on Thursday night. I'm not coming home, mate. We're going out.
Well, you lost me with your itinerary so far. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, well, we can scrap the walking.
Definitely.
But let's do the train. Mate.
What? No, I don't want to get
I'm going to get you excited about the bloody...
I can't get excited about public transport.
Mate, you have to.
Can't.
This is a forward thinking... You watch you see the train station. It's like, it's bloody amazing. This is the guy I've become now. I've become passionate about trains.
I've seen train stations all different times.
You've not seen a train station like this before, mate.
I bet you I have. I mean, you know, good on you, and I'm glad you love the Sydney.
Good on me?
No,
I
I'm
didn't
just
do
saying,
it.
good on you, Sydney.
Gladys Berejiklian, the Premier, put it all together.
Good on you for loving
One of the great
it.
things that she did when she was in leadership.
It's not a tourist attraction. It's not.
Oh,
you don't
mate, I'm not going to have it.
Not for me. Save it for the Russians. Save it for Yulia's family. Did you take Yulia's mum on it?
I did.
Yeah.
Everyone that comes here, I take them there. And I did take Mum on there. And Mum was like, wow, Simon, this is amazing. Yeah, no, but I'm expecting you to do the same.
I'm not going to do
and
that.
Tell me that it's amazing because it's mine.
I'm not
that's what I feel like this train is my fucking train.
I know you do. And no, we're not doing any of that. I'm going to have a quiet night. I'm going to have a club
did you bring
sandwich.
a backpack?
No,
and
I don't even have
shoes, or did you bring the Crocs again?
I've only got my Crocs again.
Oh,
I don't
you can't
have
walk in your
Skechers
Crocs.
walking shoes like an old lady. No, I don't have any of those things. I don't have a water bottle. No, we're not walking over a bridge.
I feel like I do all of the things that you love doing.
Like what?
Nothing.
Yeah, going to restaurants, drinking wine.
Yeah, I do all of those things.
Yeah.
Because
they're adult, grown-up things to do.
Mate, walking across the bridge, wait till you see the grown-ups that are on that bridge. Lots of power walkers on there, getting out there.
We're not
power walking, no.
No, obviously, we're not walking at all. So save it for your mum. Save it for your aunts when they come down from the Gold Coast. It's not.
What do you mean I don't know you?
Well, no one, Donna would never say to me, babe.
I didn't say babe. All I said was let's take the metro. I didn't say. What did I say? Let's go out. Let's go out for a nice dinner.
I'll show you around Sydney.
Yes.
I'll show you some of Sydney.
But in my mind, I was like, so what we could do, we could finish the recording, then we could jump on the train, which is just downstairs, and then we can go across to Barangaroo. I think you'll be surprised at the speed in which we get there.
I don't give a fuck, mate. What I'm saying.
Because when I show you on a map how far that is, you'll go, what the fuck?
I'm not here on a holiday to see the big city that Simon lives in. Like, it's like, I'm not here on holidays, bub. I'm not your auntie from the Queensland, hinterland. Like, I'm just here to work for the day.
But let's enjoy a bit of, come on, mate.
No.
Are you saying that this is just work? We enjoy each other's company.
I enjoy your company, but I think I don't
it can be too much, so sometimes,
enjoy any of those activities.
Okay.
Like, I'd love to go and have a great meal and drink wine.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Great.
Yeah. But there's going to be a bit of a lead up to it. It's going to be like the foreplay before we get there,
No, we're not doing any of that shit. I've seen Sydney, mate.
Fucking, you're tough. I'm going to tell you, you're pretty tough.
Am I?
I think a lot of people on this podcast would maybe I should.
I'm the opposite of tough.
Fucking, I've got an idea.
What?
Bags' tours.
Yeah,
Bags' Sydney tours.
for sure.
I would actually be bang up for it. I could get a bloody orange flag, walk around, register.
Flag with a koala hanging off the top.
I'll do that for free, mate. I don't even want to get paid for that.
Okay.
I love it that hard.
If you would like to see Bags' Sydney, we're talking public transport.
Yeah.
We're talking walking over a bridge.
Yeah. It's the Sydney Harbour Bridge, guys, by the way, just so that you're across that one. Google it.
What else are we talking? A ferry. We're talking a ferry. We're talking essentially a lot of public transport is what we're talking about. If you would like that.
Well, there's also a light rail as well, which is not that bad. But that's very similar to a tram, so I thought you wouldn't be that excited by that. But we could try the light rail as well. Throw that in there. So I can actually get you a train, ferry, And you've done a plane on the way here, so
Fly here, so
we've got.
you could get the Sky Bus into town. Instead of, forget a taxi or an Uber. Get the bloody public. This is a public train. Well, you can get a train in Sydney. You get a train into town from the airport. This is shaping up to be quite the trip.
You're difficult. You are hard. You're bloody hard to please.
You have a spinster aunt from the country who is coming.
You don't have to be a spinster. You can be from Brisbane.
Who is coming
You can be from
to
Brisbane.
Sydney.
You can be from the Gold Coast. You can be from Mackay.
You getting the gist?
Melbourne.
No.
Melbourne.
No one from Melbourne
Mate,
wants
you're
to do
public
this tour.
transport down there.
Yeah, we do, but we just use public transport. Like we don't
Do you guys
show
even,
it to our
Do you guys
visitors.
even pay for your public transport down there?
Not a lot. So that's something you could show people is how to get it for free. But so if you've got any sort of middle-aged to elderly relatives coming to Sydney,
I'm now realising if we had made it onto the Amazing Race, you would have been hard.
I told you that.
Yeah, I'm now realising you wouldn't have seen it like a fun bags of Meshel experience. You would have been like, oh god, this is
work.
A week of my life.
Yeah, I would have gone. This is work. We
get to go to Abu Dhabi and all these places. Go and see the
but
sites.
You're not staying beautifully.
Ride the sand dunes together. Imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Imagine that. Us sitting on a bloody piece of cardboard riding down a sand dune.
You got to beat Gretel down to the bottom and she's fucking white-anting you the whole way down. It's not easy. Not easy to have fun.
It's not easy to have fun with you at the moment in Sydney. Come on, mate. Lighten up a bit.
We can have
Just
fun.
lighten up a bit.
Go to Oxford Street, take in some drag, get some makeup tips in the dunnies.
I've done it all before, mate.
Right, so that's fun.
That's
and guess
old,
what I've
that
done?
is old
Guess what
news.
I've done? Public transport.
We're not driverless bloody trains, mate.
Cares?
Get around it. Can't wait to show you. I've bought us a ticket.
It. No.
I've got your return ticket as well because you've got to come back tomorrow. So, ready to go. Hey, let's get into some bloody secrets. Do you have one? Have you got one that you'd like to share?
No, I don't. I just tell you everything. I don't have any secrets.
Okay. All right. First secret for today. If you've got a secret you want to share, all you have to do is go to the link in the bio or go to our closed Facebook group as well. You can either share them via audio or write them into us. Here is our first one for today. My partner and I have a pact to watch shows together, like TV shows and stuff like that. But I secretly rewatch everything without him.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Well, because he probably talks all the way through it or asks you questions or ruins it in some way.
Is this what you're doing with White Lotus at the moment, not letting the kids watch it with you?
They wouldn't watch anything with me anyway. And also it's
not kid friendly.
No, it's
not.
not.
It's not kid friendly. I even gasped at fake cried during a twist I'd already seen just to keep up the illusion that I'm watching it for the first time with him.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Would you go that far?
Yeah, well, I'm doing that with Louis, my son, with Yellow Jackets.
Oh, so you're doing the fake?
Yeah, I'm faking it because I'm up to date. But because he's like, I go, oh, do you want to watch a new Yellow Jackets? I want to watch it the day it drops, which is Fridays. And he's like, later. And when he finally gets around to me, it's weeks later. And I'm like, I'm not waiting weeks. Right.
I'm going to agree with you on something for the first time, I think, which is the back in the day when TV would be released at the same time. Like if Friends came out on a Monday night at 7:30, we had to sit down as a family and watch Friends.
Right.
Now that doesn't happen anymore,
No.
and so you've got to have these problems.
Right, they've got the options.
You can sneak an episode in.
Yeah.
And then you have to fake it.
And he's just thinking, oh well, we'll get around to Yellow Jackets when we get around to it. And I'm like,
is it that big a problem though? If you've watched, I mean, we were like this with Schitt's Creek, where Yulia and I were like right into Schitt's Creek, and we made sure that we didn't.
It's good for
get
couples,
ahead.
I think, to have shows that they love to watch together. But I told you, I really knew my marriage was open. I wish, but it was over when.
You wish?
Yeah, I think we would still be married if it was open.
Wow. Let's talk about that. Forget about the secret.
We will. But I knew my marriage was over when I was staying at my husband's house. Perhaps the fact that we had different houses was a clue that it was over. But I was staying at his house one night and I got bored with waiting for him, like if you're asking around. So I just went to bed and I fell asleep. And I woke up and I could hear the unmistakable sound of The Walking Dead coming from the lounge room. Zombies. And I thought, he's watching the fucking Walking Dead without me. And that had been our show for like about 8 years. Unforgivable. And I went out there to the lounge room. I said, this is unforgivable. You've crossed a line. It's over.
Did you say?
And I left.
So when you walked out, did you, like, even though you knew it was The Walking Dead, did you say, you're watching The Walking Dead?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, of course I did. It sparked it up that way. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you watching?
Are you standing in front of the TV doing this?
Pretty much. What are you watching? Saturn nighty. Yeah. Walking Dead. I was like, oh my God.
So is that the moment where you guys have the blow up where you go, this is over, this is it? Like, is it The Walking Dead?
To be fair, there were a number
triggers...
of those moments, but that was definitely, that was a moment for me when I just felt like he doesn't care about me anymore. He actually doesn't care about me anymore. He's actually not making any effort.
That's a bit...
it's a
bloody TV show. I'm realising now, even through this secret, that the TV shows and what people are watching at the right pace and the right time, it could be a make or break deal when it comes to a relationship.
Watching ahead is a deal breaker. I mean, I fell asleep when he started watching The Wire, and I've never seen it as a result. Because I woke up the next day and he'd watched like 5 episodes of it, and I was like, well, I haven't got time to catch up. So now I've never seen The Wire. So, but The Walking Dead, as I say, that was years long, our ritual. And he's obviously got to a point with me and our relationship where he's thought, not important.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch The Walking Dead. Heartbreaking.
How do you file it?
Perfectly understandable, because I just don't tell him. I mean, you know me, I'm always a big advocate for,
lying.
For lying. It's fine. It's fine. As long as he's happy and you're happy, it's fine. That was a problem. Fancy watching The Walking Dead while I'm in your house asleep. You could have watched it any other time and I wouldn't have known.
Maybe he wanted to.
Disrespectful. I think you're right.
Do you think he was he that clever?
No. No.
Okay. Let's get into the next secret. My boss posted a long inspirational quote about gratitude and growth.
Oh, God.
We've worked with a lady like this before. Yeah. Remember her with the Post-it notes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My boss posted a long inspirational quote about gratitude and growth the day I was fired.
Oh.
Fucking boom. I anonymously replied, "This you," with a screenshot of a Slack message where she called someone a deadweight.
This you?
She deleted it within 10 minutes.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm a big one for receipts, for keeping receipts. I love nothing more than being able to send someone
a moment and just go.
Or send, ideally, a group of people an email in which someone is saying something that they're now claiming they didn't say.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes my day.
Yeah.
That's just like, I keep receipts, girl.
You keep every single email.
I do.
How's that inbox going? How many?
Heaving. It's heaving. But, you just do a little search and you go, what word would, and you find.
And up it comes, yeah. Someone
signs a contract they forgot they signed, or someone agrees to something that they're now saying they didn't, or, or someone's claiming they wrote something and I've got the email of me sending it to them that I wrote.
Boom. Yeah.
Love that.
Receipts are great.
You got to keep your receipts, girl.
But receipts are great when you're in the position where you're presenting.
Yes.
Receipts are not great when you're in the position where you're on the back foot.
Well, I don't know. I feel like
you're thorough.
Yeah, we're both I've never been.
We're both pretty thorough people, but we could easily.
I've never been receipted against, but I think it's probably our line of work. There's something about...
You have to be, because there's dodgy people out there.
Yeah, and I think there's something about our brains that is very conscious of what we're saying all the time. Like, I find that other people... I often think, do you seriously not remember that conversation or that email chain? Or I'm constantly stunned by people not remembering, or...
Conveniently not remembering.
Yeah, claiming later that something was different.
And I always find it when people do that. Like, where's your integrity? How can you be saying to somebody's face?
Yes.
Do you know when there's
I think sometimes people genuinely forget too, but I don't. And so I always have it like a vibe in the back of my mind where I'll go, nah, I'm sure they said they'd pay for that.
Yeah.
And now they're saying something else. It might have been years before, and I'm always right. Like, it's just a vibe. I think, I don't make this stuff up in my head. Some people forget, and other people then do make up new scenarios in their head that you have to just remind them, no, that's not what happened.
Oh, God, I want to know what this... What's this scenario? What is this?
I can think of a number of them.
Oh, bloody hell, okay.
A number of them where people
Is it worth talking about here, though? I don't know.
No, nothing specific, but where people just fire off emails going, yeah, I'll pay you for that, when they want me to do something, let's say. And then down the track when I go, okay. And
can I be paid?
Oh, well, funding this and da-da-da. And I'll have to just pull out the receipt and not just send it back to them, but then their boss.
Yeah.
Where you just have to go, okay, no fucking around.
Can I just be paid for the services I provided?
Here's the deal that I did. Now, you all figure that out between the two of you, but you need to pay me, Yeah, that happens a bit.
It's a power move, mate. That's what they refer to as a power move.
I'm unapologetic when it comes to that moment, Yeah.
And why not?
When you got to pull out receipts, you're already at a point in time where it's like, it's a bit ugly.
Do you think?
Yeah. Because that's a point.
You're hoping that people will just do it in good faith.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, can we just operate normally?
Everyone will just do their job. Everyone will just be reasonable. Everyone will just do what they said they were going to do. Everyone will be honest.
Because once you have pulled out the receipt on somebody, the relationship goes pretty bad, doesn't it?
When you're at the point where you're like, okay, well, here's the receipt proving that I'm right.
Yeah.
That's never a good
Also,
moment.
how is this boss in a Slack conversation?
I know.
Ripping into people. Like, how do people get jobs as bosses sometimes?
What is Slack again?
It's like a communication. It's like a workplace communication system where you can chat things out and have little side conversations. So it's basically because everyone's working online now.
Yeah.
It's a way for businesses to be able to have basically less meetings and more communication going on.
So it's almost like you've got all these WhatsApp conversations
kind of like a WhatsApp for work,
once.
yeah.
Oh, so that's ripe for mistakes, isn't it? It's ripe for typing in the wrong message to the wrong person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking to you about Matthew and then I suddenly write something to you about you.
But I was working in a company where they were like that, where it was, we came from radio where, we would just talk to each other, right?
Or text.
But then in the Slack, there were these side conversations going on. And I remember thinking, well, fucking, what if these get pulled up?
Yeah,
all of this gossip that is going on. I would never jump into those conversations purely on the basis that I know this could be used against me. But the younger ones were happy just to chat it all out. And,
no.
Yeah. But I guess they're younger, so they haven't had that experience that we've had where that you've had someone show okay, fuck, and you got to go.
Well, you find out the hard way that the boss owns all your emails, so they can just go through.
They cannot do that. There's no, that's illegal.
Because I have seen it done.
No, I've thought about that.
Yeah.
No, you cannot go through somebody's email because it's like a breach of privacy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've seen it done in a radio station.
Where they go through the email address.
They did, yeah. There was I can't remember the ins and outs, but I remember.
Obviously, if there's something illegal, then they can subpoena the email address, but they cannot go through a bloody email.
But I remember the realisation this woman had that they had been through her emails and that they said that they could. I remember that. They said they could because, I don't know, that's that the company owns them or something.
Yeah.
I think it might have been a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We still like them?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, mate.
Old mate.
Yeah. But let's not because I can't
You mean
remember.
Post-it notes?
No.
Higher?
Yeah.
Higher than Post-it notes?
Yeah. Block this out.
Yeah, that wanker.
Yeah.
We all know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into our first audio secret for today.
Hey, guys. I was just listening to the ghost story episode. Gave me the heebie-jeebies. But when you mentioned about wanting ghost stories from normal people, I reckon I'm kind of vanilla. And I really haven't told anyone this because I don't want to sound like a weirdo. But about 12 years ago, I was with my partner and we'd been together about 3 years. He was Kiwi from New Zealand, so all of his family were from New Zealand, and he was estranged from his dad anyway. And one night I woke up and his dad was in our bedroom. And it freaked me out. And I told my partner when I woke up in the morning about his dad being in our bedroom. And then we found out the next day that his dad had fallen over in the bathroom and had a heart attack and died. Oh. So I don't know what that's all about. And it has happened a couple of other times since, not as weird as that, but things like that where I've had this sixth sense has happened since, and I don't tell anybody, but I love the pod. I listen all the time. Don't miss an episode. Telling my besties.
Thank you.
We're bloody besties. We're like Jackie O and Gemma. I'd obviously be Gemma, the redhead.
Or the other lady and her daughter.
Oh, the best.
Basically
I should use that example. That would be way better.
Well, there's lots of besties around the place, but
Kat and Letitia.
Yes, that's
obviously
it.
you'd be Letitia.
Yes.
I'd be the mature mother.
Yes, that's
And
right.
you
And
would
I'd be
be
the hot
the
daughter.
16-year-old daughter who's, or 21 or whatever she is.
Whatever she is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, this lady who's just left us a secret is a spirit medium, whether she knows it or not. Or
I thought the dad was
it.
going to be a creeper or something like that at first. I was thinking, what's going on with Dad?
Yeah, I was like, that's weird. But
Hey, Dad.
wow, dead dad.
Yeah.
Dead dad
Heart
sighting.
attack, Dad. Yeah. Okay.
That's amazing because, you know, you'd sort of expect his son to have a visitation from him, but not you, ma'am. So that just says to
But
me...
maybe ghosts don't care about that. They just want to visit whoever.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think he's probably even visiting her. I think he's trying to visit his son, but she's a spiritual medium, whether she likes it or not. And she is in touch with the spirit world, and she has seen him there.
Yeah.
He's come to visit his estranged son on his way out, and bloody she saw him.
Have you had anyone from the past, or when somebody dies, or you find out that they've died, you know, overnight or whatever? Have you ever had a moment where you've gone, I felt something weird happen in the room last night?
I did. I had a moment when I was a kid. We had these beautiful old aunties. They were my dad's aunties, so they were always old to us, and they were so cute, and they were just little potty dotty cuties. One of them was Auntie Dory, Auntie Greta, and Auntie Muriel. And Auntie Greta was the one who lived closest to us, and she was the one we spent the most time with. And they never had kids, any of them. So my dad was just the apple of their eye, and they spoilt him, which is probably why he was such an asshole. But anyway, that's another story. But so he was close. Auntie Greta, she was our lady, little tiny cutie, and her house. Actually, I've got a couple to tell you about her. Her house, still in Toowoomba, had a wood stove. She used to heat her water through this. Like, she's living in a bloody 1800s
Olden days,
house.
Yeah.
Right, but loving it sick. Anyway, one day I had moved out. I can't remember where I was living, either Brisbane or Melbourne. And for some reason, I just rang my parents' house. Like, I wasn't, you know, when you're that age, when you're sort of, I don't know, 18, 19, you're not ringing your parents a lot. And it was a weekday, I think. And I don't know what sort of day it was because my brother answered. So I've just rung up and gone, hey, what are you doing? He goes, I think Auntie Greta's dead. I said, what? He goes, yeah, the phone just rang and it was the hospital, and Mum and Dad have just run out of here, just run screaming out of here to go to the hospital to see her. And she died. So it was just like I had this weird instinct to call home that there was a drama. Well, about 6 months, she died. They sold her house. About 6 months later, it's New Year's Eve. My dad's a taxi driver. He always works New Year's Eve. He gets a call, can you come to, it was something like 33 Goodwood Street or something. He thinks, you're joking. That's Auntie Greta's house. It's the new owners have called for a taxi. So he's already thinking, that's nice. So he drives over there. It's about 11:45. And the guy comes out to the taxi and says to him, hey, mate, come in. He goes, I just want to do the countdown here with my friends.
Yeah, right.
And they said, just come in and do it with us and then we'll leave. So he finds himself in Auntie Greta's backyard at the stroke of midnight, New Year's Eve. And he thinks, he's had a very powerful feeling like she did that. That's pretty beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wild. But so she didn't visit or anything like that? Okay.
Not physically.
Yeah, it's still very random.
But I feel like we both had these really powerful moments of her presence.
Wow.
Little Auntie Greta, so cute.
All right. How do you file that secret? The ghost secret?
Well, just be careful because I think you're a spiritual medium and I honestly think you should maybe do some reading about it. So, I don't know. If this was a movie, you'd get those scary ones, like in The Sixth Sense. You know, every now and then it might get scary, but it's just interesting to look into. She wants to talk to our mate, John Edwards.
Totally. We should do that again.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the next secret.
Honestly, guys, where the fuck are the secrets? Like, maybe this isn't a secret. Maybe it is. I don't give a fuck if you want to use it. But, like, you guys are so stupid shit. These fucking weird celebrities like you and your mates want to talk about. Where are the secrets? Isn't it called Can We Be Real? Where you share your deepest, darkest secrets and fucking blah, blah, blah. Voice your voice out. And there's like 3 episodes of you guys talking shit. One with some secrets. Come on.
Mate, come on.
Come
She wants secrets.
Mate, isn't it called fucking...
Can we be real
with
the secrets?
Fucking secrets.
Well, it is.
Not blah, blah.
And look, that's a bit of feedback.
Just a bit of feedback.
Bit of feedback for Feedback Friday on a whatever day this is. But look, she loves the secrets.
She sure does.
And she's passionate about them. And I feel like she's is that like a 3 a.m. kind of job there where she's just thought, I'm just going to speak pipe this and just let the guys know. And she's had a few cocky teas.
I wonder if she remembers it.
Yeah.
She's just hearing it now and thinking,
fuck, I'm passionate about secrets.
Reminds me of a weird dream I had the other night. Yeah, look,
what celebrity do you think got her going, like where she just heard this story about a celebrity and went, fuck this shit, I want secrets, I don't want to hear about somebody?
I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know more. Although it is kind of perfect on its own, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's kind of a perfect message on its own.
Isn't it?
It's hard to know how to respond, but...
I get it. I get it.
There are still secrets.
She's passionate about, people bloody...
yeah, I get it.
Sharing.
Yeah, I get it.
Getting your, how you file the secret.
Yep. She is passionate about her secrets. We can't... Look, unfortunately, it's a supply and demand issue.
Yeah, and sometimes we are low. Let's be honest. Sometimes we're low as fuck. Like, we can't make secrets up.
We bring you as many as we get.
And then when we run out, we just got to fill it up with some other stuff.
Yeah, and that's why we do other episodes about other things, because then we've got someone else up our ass saying, well, oh, guys, I want to hear you every day.
I've had enough secrets.
Yeah.
We can't, you know what? We can't keep everyone happy.
No, we can't, darling.
And we're trying.
Yeah.
But we can't.
We can't, darling.
But it'll always be there. It'll always be a fundamental part of the podcast.
Is it Wednesdays? Is that secret day? Is there a
Mondays,
day?
Wednesdays, yeah.
So there's a couple of days.
There's a couple of days, but sometimes there's a week or two where we don't do them. Like it just...
Oh, that's what's happened here.
She's gone through a couple of weeks there where we were light on.
Fucking blah, blah, blah. That's all she's heard about some celebrities. Okay.
I think more people should drink and then share their secret.
Oh, look, more people should drunk dial in general.
Don't you think?
It's just such a good idea.
We should set up a drunk dial line.
I think
where
we have.
where the purpose is you only submit after you've had 6 drinks.
I love that. And you know what else that could be? That could be a community service. Like instead of calling your ex or your boss or your parents.
Yeah, ring us. Yeah.
And vent it. Okay, do we need a separate line, or can they just ring the secrets line and do it?
You can ring the same line. Yeah, and just say, hey, this is a drunk message.
Okay, brilliant.
We don't want to overcomplicate things,
This sweet, sweet girl has now invented a new segment, Drunken Dial.
Drunken Dial.
Drunk Dial. Drunken Dial.
But you've got to be really, you've got to have had a fair few.
You've got to be blind.
Don't just have one or two and then share a secret. Like, you've got to have a slur. Yeah. She missed words halfway through the sentence.
There's a lot of red flags in there, or green flags, depending on how you're looking at it. A lot of changing course, a lot of just going,
well, she was angry.
What are the words I want?
She said fucking.
Fucking blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of markers. Love it. I love you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry there's not enough secrets for you. We're doing our best, and you are one now, in a way. But you've also started the new segment, Drunk and Dial.
And please keep submitting your secrets, otherwise she's going to get angry. And
we don't need that.
We don't need that.
Nobody needs that.
All right. Do you want to file that one?
Perfectly understandable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, well, that is it for today's episode. If you have a secret and you want to share it on the podcast, please do go to the links in the bio. We'll catch you again tomorrow.